Okay, everybody. Welcome to Divorce Diaries Late Night. I am Michelle Trina, the host and creator of Divorce Diaries show. I'm so excited to be back on. No technical difficulties. I figured out my issue, and last night the issue was the fact that I have to zoom out of my screen because I couldn't press the live. Hi, whoever's tuning in. I have one friend. I love this is me being. This is what I would do going on stage. I don't know what's on my earring. Gross. Maybe no, we'll put them on. I don't know what that is. Hi guys, welcome to Divorce Diaries. Hold on, I'm gonna get it out because I don't know what's on my earring. Hold on, I'm coming back. Now, essentially, I'm gonna be showing this to club promoters. Oh no, somebody tapped out. Okay. I'm now live on YouTube, and now there's no people listening. That's okay. Welcome to Divorce Diaries Show. My name is Michelle Trina, and if you're just tuning in, I am very excited to be back on my live stream. So I'm divorced, and what's up, Rick? Thank you so much for tapping in. This is just the story of my life. I'm rushing to get ready. So I was in marching band in high school. I'm going to do some new material about this. And like in high school, I thought it was cool. Kind of like marriage in my 20s. Oh yeah, that's cool. Everybody's doing it. I should do it. None of this, like, I feel like you've found, like you've lived through a lot of relationships and you're like, oh, I should really like marry this person because I've had in-depth relationships at 18 and 19. And now at 25, I'm ready. No. So I did a bad thing as a parent. I reprimanded my child in public. Do we do that anymore? Like my mother used to do that to me, and people knew I was like, people wouldn't shame my mom. They'd be like, "That's right, kid. What did you do to make your mom angry?" Ever remember being in the supermarket and your parent would be like, "Oh, I'm not taking your crap." And I don't even remember what I would do wrong. I think I would like put my feet on top of the wheels and try to like ride it. Like that was a big no-no. Now that's all kids do. Parents want them to do it to keep them occupied and not put the face on the cart or lick the cart. When COVID-19 first came out, I was like, how am I going to bring my child to the supermarket? How are we not getting this? Because I really like, if I think back to it, I'm like, how the frig am I going to do this? Okay, so I'm drinking orange juice. Keep the vitamin C going. I'll tell you why. I went to the park. This is why I reprimanded my daughter. I went to the park. We saw one of her friends from school, her classmates that lives up the street from us. Hey! The mom was playing in the playground that you're not supposed to be playing in. But this playground isn't out in the open where people can be like, oh, look, I'm going to call the police and tell on you. No, it's like they put a little garbage, those orange garbage can cones there, and then they say, can't, playground's closed. But like I've seen people sneaking up there. Like you can climb up a hill and just get there, right? It's like, I'm sure middle school students or high school students are smoking pot at night there. I'm sure lots of stuff is going on. My daughter runs to her friend and they're all playing at the playground. So, and I'm watching this go down. I'm like, Grace, come over here. Grace, come over here. And the mother's like, yeah, we all had COVID in April. And then I didn't want to like inch away, but I was like, oh, wow, I'm so sorry. I felt so bad, but I didn't want to look. I looked like a lunatic. The woman was like, yeah, we're all good now. We quarantined for a month. I was like, oh, really? Let's go, Grace. No, I was like insane. And then I was like nice. And like, oh, I have to make a work call in like 5 minutes. 5 minutes, Grace. And the entire conversation I was having with this woman, I just kept thinking, oh my God, we're all going to be on respirators. And working new material. No, I just had such a neurotic mom. That's me. Neurotic and not perfect. Because here's the thing. I want to be back on stage doing shows live, but like I'm going to bring my own mic and I'm just going to go broop, broop. Even if people are like, and I feel like people are like, yeah, you just want to sell the microphone. Yeah, we say that now, but aren't you going to get offended if someone's like, I don't know. What's the right protocol? This has done wonders for my OCD, just so you know. Like, I pick at my mole when I get nervous, and all I keep doing is this now. Okay. I've shared a lot of info. So I'm so excited to be doing this again tonight. I'm going to read some of my new material. I'm going to also, I'm live again if you want to come on. I'm live again. If you want. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, anything. Come and check us out. Sorry, I'm not talking correctly. I don't know if my friend Susan is watching this. Susan's a family friend, but if she's the other person watching this, this is not my normal set. This is all new material, and I'm doing some improv right now as I buy time to get some more listeners in on the live. However, I do want to say we had like a good couple of people last night. It was great. Okay, so new stand-up material. Here we go. When men think they're smart by saying, "Hey, I'll hit you up later," don't think that's going to buy me time to feel like, okay, he's going to hit me up later. Because I know you're not going to hit me up later. And don't say hit me up. How about that? How about you say, I'm going to call you later and I'm going to tell you how much I miss you. But we always want the ones that aren't like going to say that. They're just going to do it and not going to be up or behind. But they're technically up or behind and they're staring at our stories. Okay. Okay, so where's your... Do new stuff. Rick, where are you from? I know you're tuning in. PTO. The PTO, the PTO moms are people to avoid. PTA, PTO. Now they have PTA and PTO. It's just another excuse to meet and waste time. And I don't mean that negatively. I just mean it because you're taking up my time with something that's not necessary. What do we have to do? Pay dues for a 5th grade graduation celebration? Austin, Texas. Oh, Rick, you're the one who sent me the thing about the comedy club, right? I think you were the one. I'm going to try to reach out to them. Yeehaw! Let me look at that comedy club's name again. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so the comedy club, hold on, let's go. I'm live streaming, everybody. All right, I'll have to find it because I don't want to stop doing my material. Okay. And by the way, let's see. I wonder if I could get up here because I had more material there before, and I'm like, where is it? Let's see. Again, this is the first week of me doing live stream, so it's not going to be like dead pauses because I'm going to write new material every night and not forget where it is on my phone or my computer. Last night we did some new bits about. Oh, that's okay. Okay, so they are closed. Well, you know what? That's okay because I'm going to reach out to them. I think that what's going to happen, lots of places are going to remain closed for a good amount of time. And I think the places are now reclosing in Florida and Texas. So it's kind of like when you dismiss your divorce and think, oh, this is going to work out. And then you're like, a month later, you're like, yeah, this is not going to work out. We're shut down. That's exactly what this is. I feel like, divorce and the quips with COVID are spot on. All right, so I'm just going to do the segment that I wrote today. I've done date, divorce, and dis before. Oh, here it is. And I had it here. I don't know where. Maybe I didn't save it. Oh, Frankie, yay. Okay, so my boy Frankie is on. He's out in California. Such a good fan and supporter and friend. And he's a comic too. So I'm getting up some new material, and for some reason, just when you think your ex hasn't done anything. See, I can't say anything about my ex. My ex is like, I called my ex today and was like neurotic as F because my daughter's friend was in the park and they ran up to her and they're playing on the playground. And the mother was like, we had COVID in April. But it was April, so they've quarantined. They're okay, right? But I legit, now I feel like I'm coughing. Here's the thing. I feel like STD conversations aren't going to be as tough after this. Hey, so when was your last test? COVID test? No, STD. Oh, I had that done already. Like, it's not going to be that bad. I don't know. Maybe it will. Or it'll be the opposite. People don't give a shit because it's like, well, there's a deadly virus going around. I saw something on Twitter that there's like a second possible pandemic virus that's sprouting up in pigs. Dude, first the swine flu, like could we just, maybe we just should stop eating animals. I really wish I would, here we go, people to have played. I had this whole thing written down and somehow I lost it, but that's okay. G4, it's the new swine flu. Dude, seriously? Oh my God. It's the new swine flu. Okay, I'm just gonna improv my bit about the high school. So I was talking to a friend from high school yesterday, and we both did marching band together, and I was like thinking about some marching band jokes because like in high school I thought it was cool. I didn't want to do it, but like I had friends in middle school that were going to do it, and I was like, I guess I should do it. Like, who gets peer pressured into marching band? Okay. Most kids in high school are getting peer pressured into smoking pot and drinking, getting drunk. No, sex. I didn't even have my first boyfriend was my ex-husband. Like this is the problem. Okay. Like the non-committal magnet was like ripe when I was 13 in my brain and heart. All the guys were like, we like you, we'll kiss you, but no. And it started young. It started like I was 15, I think, when I had my first like real kiss. God, I was old. But I don't care. Like now looking back, I could say that, like, whatever. I think I kissed a boy in the second grade, but I didn't know it was a kiss. It was like all wet and sloppy, and I don't think we meant to do it. We just like bumped heads and like, blah, blah, blah. I swear to you, this weird thing happened. I'll never forget it. So I pretended like that was my first kiss in my head because everybody like in high school was like, yeah, we've been kissed. And I'm like, I think I kissed like my canopy bed pole, and I used to pretend that that was the guy I would date. Like that was a hot little chick. I mean, entered high school pretty skinny with no boobs, a little butt forming. But then I got my period late. Like I was almost a junior in high school, and like I finally got my period. I remember joking to my mom and going, "So I could technically I could technically have sex and not get pregnant, so I'm my period yet, just like see what her reaction would be." She's like, I was like, don't worry, I haven't even been kissed yet. Well, no, I had been at that point, but like the movie Superstar. Oh, I love it, Frankie. Well, I mean, when was your first kiss, Frankie? Don't worry, I've made up for last time. And I don't think I was. Listen, here's the deal. I totally, you were, God, I was 15. My old ass. Oh well, it's okay. It's not old. I'm actually glad I waited. / wasn't chosen. I feel like I wasn't put in the right circumstances to be kissed. You know, I think if I was, I would have been kissed. But first love at 15. I never got kisses. Girls just kicked me in the shins. That's right. So my dad used to tell me, just kick him in the balls. She broke your heart at 15. Well, she was 15. I mean, I think okay, well, what did she do? Here's the thing. I remember at 15 liking this boy. He was my first kiss, and he was hot too. Like it was a great first kiss. It was a good wait. And then like my friend, you have that stupid friend that tells you all the wrong things that sets the seed in you. I feel like it's her fault. Her name was Faith. I mean, he really likes you. And she was also like making side clips, like she almost hooked up with all the people that like the night of my first kiss, I kissed like 3 people. And I like legit, and let me tell you something. My first makeout sessions were all in theater. Thank you to the musical theater production. See how much theater has brought life to my life? That was fun. I loved doing the musical theaters in high school. So you were 15, she was 18. Damn. Yeah, you have always dated older. I'm gonna put this on my TikTok for a second. We're gonna talk a little bit longer than 30 minutes. Okay, hold on. Let me just start spitting out some jokes here real quick. I wanted to make this funny for you guys. So my girlfriend was like, he really likes you. He's just not ready. He was really hurt and cheated on by his last girlfriend. And he's just too nervous and scared to be in a relationship. What 17-year-old boy is afraid to be in a relationship? No, he just wanted to fuck. Well, here's the thing. Like, we could have made out again, and he could have seen what base he could have gotten to. And then when I got to college, I was just totally in the dark with stuff. I was like, I'm ready to go to second base. I mean, kids were like having sex, and I was like, I'm ready to kiss again. But I'm glad. Oh, I'm so glad. So glad I was waiting. Because there is not much out there, especially in college. Men don't know how to pleasure you. It's like a broken elevator button. It hurts. It's supposed to feel that way. I know. You know how it's supposed to feel on a woman. Okay. Got it. Yeah. Well, they were practicing. Yeah, practice makes perfect if you listen to the teacher. Yeah, but some of the guys I was listening to want to take guidance. They were like, why doesn't this feel good for you? I was like, because you're hurting me. You're treating my body like it's a nail in a wall. Now, hold on. There is some good moments like that, but when men are just like, really, it's like, I do feel like if you taught, like, all right, so I'm going to try to go back to the marching band bit. I had this like dictator as a, this is the thing. I went to school for education. I had my master's in education, and everything I was taught about how to be an effective educator, this guy was the opposite. He was the biggest bully in my life ever. This music director. Older women know how to communicate. Hey, I give it to you. I'm really upset because I had all this new material that, again, okay. My name is Michelle with one L. I say that because everyone spells it with two, even my own brother. Leave it to men to fuck up their sisters' names. Only a man would mess up his sister's name. Yeah, I mean, my brother spells it wrong because, like, his sister. Okay, here's another one. His sister. Here was one. I just found where my stuff was. Okay. Shit gets. My Italian North Jersey roots have set in full swing during the pandemic. I've been threatened by my daughter with a belt. Yeah, I threatened. Oh, sorry. Okay, my Italian North Jersey roots have set in full swing during pandemic. I've threatened my daughter with the belt. That's right, the black belt. I know. When I was in town, my dice take out was black belt and say, "I know." No, I know what you're thinking. I told her not to hit me too hard, but enough for me to pass out and not listen to her whine about food or being bored. I told that joke so wrong. I'm gonna tell it again. Okay, here we go, guys. Italian North Jersey roots have set in full swing during pandemic. I threatened my daughter with a belt. It's supposed to be my Italian North Jersey roots have set in full swing during the pandemic. I threatened my daughter with the belt. That's right. I told her, don't hit me too hard, enough for me to pass out and not listen to you whining anymore about food or being bored. And that's supposed to be the joke. Get it? She's going to hit me, not me hit her. Was that funny? I don't know. I have to figure that one out a little bit more. That was a new joke. Okay. Okay. What were the other ones? Cutting your kids' nails is like, okay. This is what my daughter said. She goes, cut it. She doesn't want me to cut them. She doesn't want me to follow them. She wants me to grow them to the length of a dragon's toenails that will cut open an entire small city, or slice a large onion that a dragon would eat. This is what she said. If you had long nails, you probably would not get the virus. Like 6 foot long nails. No one would want to play with you. And I just would tell them, well, mommy never cuts my nails because she doesn't like to. And I said to her, I'm like, so you throw me under the bus because you're the one who really doesn't want your nails cut? And she's like, yeah. I said, okay, thanks for the loyalty. And then she says, or I could just say I live with my dad and he doesn't cut my nails. So just blame it on your dad? Yeah. High five. So just blame it on your dad? It's a man's fault? Yeah. A high five. That was the best combo I had with her today. She's great. Um, Teachers in my former school district, it's like it was like working in the school equivalents of North Korea. Those fuckers look scared but are smiling. If you speak up, you're placed on workers' comp. My former boss was such a bitch. Hitler wouldn't hire her. I don't know. That's new bits. The assistant superintendent was so narcissistic, she made the kids do the Pledge of Allegiance to her because they should be thankful they're standing in her presence. My first boyfriend was my ex-husband, so even in high school, I had the non-committal magnet growing in my vagina, oozing out of my body. I in marching band in high school. I was convinced it was cool in my town because we marched with our feet up. We march up high, like you know how you're supposed to march like this. Like I'm trying to show it, so hold on. Like with your okay, hold on. I love it. So your feet will be up here, like left, and it's so stupid. It's like we're not in the army, but that's how they would treat it, right? And we marched like we were all in OT and couldn't quite figure out how to make walking and playing instruments easier. I remember being in, Van Decker was like, toughen up. I was like, I can't. He would yell at me like, get your knees up. I'm like, I can't breathe. Or no, what was it? He would tell me like, get your knees up. Why aren't you playing? Because I can't breathe. When you get to top 10 colleges, they lift their knees. Who is paying attention? Yes, no, even higher. The military they don't march so this is how we marched. We marched with their knees up. Boom, boom, right? Boom. And I legit I just was like, why am I doing this? Everyone and around me was like, it's the marching band. It's the CHS marching band. We're known for the knees up. And that's why in my head I was like, oh, it's not geeky to be in this band though. And when I got to college, my girlfriend was like, no, it's geeky to be in that band. Thank you. My dress is from Women with Voices online. Women with Voices LLC. Shop online. You have to go to, I'm going to do a little testimonial for Antoinette. She's awesome. She's my stylist. And she's given me all these items that you're seeing. Yeah, I don't know, marching band, man. I don't even know what I was thinking. And I didn't want to do it. I hated it, but like my friends were in it and I felt like I'd be disconnected from them. Now, I'll see you guys on the other side. Let me do what I do. I just would have done something different in the fall. I mean, but maybe it was better than I did. It definitely shaped me into taking rejection well. That band director, he was like, no joke. He was probably would be the worst casting director. He'd be so mean to you. So it did help me in that way, in that sense. Okay, so we have a couple minutes left. I want to do this game that I date, divorce, diss. Hold on. There we go. All right, I started making a list of cartoon men I date, divorce, diss. Guys I would divorce. Homer Simpson. I mean, he might be good in bed, and he's the father of my children, that kind of person, but he's adult. And I would eventually want a more, I don't know. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm losing. Oh, here we go. Okay. Guys I diss. Inspector, this again, a cartoon version. Inspector Gadget. This fool can't even make a simple arrest, and his 12-year-old niece and her dog saves his ass and doesn't take any of the credit. Typical white privileged male. All adult males from the South. Another guy I've dissed. Most of the adult males in South Park. I mean, they're fun. It's a good written show, but they'd probably ignore me if we actually dated. I know some of them are kids. I'm talking the adult characters in South Park. I don't know. I was trying to think of other ones. But guys I date are mostly the Disney characters. Prince Eric. I mean, do we have to answer that question? He loved her voice. A man who loves hearing a lady sing, talk, and doesn't want her to stop. That is the guy for me. And Prince Philip. That motherfucker slayed a dragon and allowed that girl to sleep. All right, it's my little date, divorce, diss. So live stream tonight. I'm going to keep doing it Monday, Tuesday nights. I'm more Boomhauer from King of the Hill. Oh, yeah. I divorce his. I can't stand him either. Maybe they just want the fairy tale. That's probably what it is. I think all the cartoons, even though they're funny, I think, no, man, I just think I would like, I'm trying to think of that guy from South Park, the guy whose father is he? Is it Cartman's father? I can't remember. I just can't stand him. He's a pain. I just don't know. Maybe I just thought they were all creepy. But yeah, Prince Harry. I mean, no. Okay, guys. So let me see. I have a couple more to go out with. I don't know if Susan, you can comment if Susan's tuning in. I don't know who's the third person, but I appreciate you tuning in very much. Stan, is that his name? It was Stan's father. Hold on, I want to get a few more jokes for you guys. See, now I'm like a tickle in my throat and I'm freaking out. My dating life is like the young and the restless. Me dating younger men and then becoming restless, and them becoming restless when my dating life is like the young and the restless. Me dating younger men and then I become restless when they don't text me back. When I start talking to a guy, I'm like an obese person confronted with McDonald's. It's like, you know what's going to happen. They're going to look at the Big Mac meal. They're going to look at the dollar menu. I'm going to go for the Big Mac. And I'm going to look at, let's dive in full force and plan a wedding, or let's have zero expectations. Like, we know which route I'm going to go. Zero expectations is usually not the journey I take. This has been fun. Do you guys like that one? No, I don't have expectations. I'm just planning our wedding so we get that COVID-19 discount, even if it's 2 years from now when he realizes I'm the one, or 2 months if we're lucky. That's just wrong. Which one is just wrong? I like that one. I like that joke. I mean, you know, it's true. Or it's like if someone who's an addict, like you look at a bottle of wine and you're like, you're going to be stuck inside for 3 months. You wanted to quit now. I mean, I don't know. All right, working on new material. That's what it's all about. Divorce Diaries virtual. This is where I'm doing this because I can't get to the club or an open mic or a guest spot. And so, you love the joke. Oh, I'm so glad. Yay. Okay, my clothes are by Women with Voices, LLC.shop. And I love that you guys joined me tonight. Every Monday and Tuesday night, I'm going to do a live stream. New sets. It's just like being in a comedy club, but you're not in front of me. You're in front of the screen. So that's what I'm going to do. And I just want to thank you guys. Keep following the show. Subscribe every single social media platform, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, of course, here. It's after 9, so we do a little R-rated stuff, but I do PG Divorce Diaries as well. If you have a family-friendly night and you want Divorce Diaries to come, think Married Children. That's a kind of comedy I can spit out too. Thank you guys. Message me, email me if you have any inquiries about Divorce Diaries. Have a great night. Thank you, Frankie. Thank you, Rick. Thank you to the third person who's watching. And thank you to anybody else who tuned in or is watching another time. Keep following Divorce Diaries and live your happily divorced after.